You're ready whenever you are, Val.
Okay, terrific. Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Heartland Continuum of Care General Membership Meeting on April 17th, 2025. I'd like to call the meeting to order at 9:03 a.m. You all should receive the minutes with your email. Are there any additions or corrections to the minutes? All right, hearing none, okay, I'm just making sure when the chat came up that wasn't a comment. Hearing none, the minutes will stand as presented. All right, the Heartland Continuum of Care Connect app. I saw Jamie, you were keying, or somebody was queuing that up for us to take a look at. Do you want to go ahead and take it over?
Yeah, and actually I can share screen on this. Do you want to pull the one page real fast? Okay.
Mhm.
One of the things we've been updating you on relatively recently is the development of an app designed to help our community better connect around street outreach. So we worked in partnership with LRS. We got a grant from the Community Foundation for the Land of Lincoln to make that possible. And over the last month, we've been sort of beta testing it. And today is the day that we want to launch it out into the wild and start to get community partners to use it. So we have a one page that we'll email out to everybody after this meeting that sort of just tells you what it is, why it was created, and then the QR code will take you to the App Store to download it. At this time, it's only available for Apple users, so it's only available on iPhones and iPads. As we go to the next step, we'll be creating the same type of links on our website so that any device can use it. But this is the first phase of the project here. So a couple key reasons for the app. One is that it creates a kind of a community interface where if folks are, let's say you're a business owner and you know that somebody that's experiencing homelessness is often near your business, and you want to make sure that community staff know about that so that they can try to connect them to services. The app is really designed to help you share that information so that street outreach people can respond. So this coincides with Renetta Buckner joining our team in early March as our street outreach coordinator. So this is a project that Renetta is helping to steer and to guide. And and something to kind of share out of the gate is that street outreach is still a significant need in our community. Adding Renetta's capacity and having her full-time focused on street outreach is a significant step forward. But there's nowhere near enough full-time devoted street outreach workers in our community. So even as we begin to get this information and work to respond more quickly to the needs of folks that are unsheltered, we still have some space for growth. So this is a part of the puzzle, but there's more parts to come. So I'll walk you through the first part of the app. If you want to stop sharing, Jamie, pull this up. All right. Okay. So when you have it on your device, it's going to look like this. A couple key features. So it has the outreach form. It also has our calendar. So when you click that, actually shouldn't have done that. When you do it on your phone, it's going to pop it up right in that window. And then the same for resources. So the resource page that we maintain on our website is right there in the app as well. So if you're talking with somebody and you're recognizing that they could benefit from getting connected to a resource, you'd be able to click right into that. And then the phone numbers, everything are right there for you to click on if that's helpful. So that's kind of the basic design of it. When you go into the outreach form, you click start, and it's got two components. It's got community member or volunteer. The volunteer section has a passcode. So the volunteer section will only be for folks who have received street outreach training and who have signed the Homeless Management Information System MOU and have got the training on privacy rules and all of those types of components to sharing information. So the community member one, we can kind of show you. Again, the goal is to kind of create an avenue for community members to help refer people for services. When you go in, it gives you a space for people to share a little bit about who they are, the location of the interaction, and they can write that using an iPhone. It can also pull that in automatically. I'm gonna have to do a fake one. It's not gonna let me. Goodness, all right. Should have been ready for that. Here we go. So then when you go to that, let's say this information is all optional, right? So if you're talking to a person and you know their name and you're saying, well, hey, is it okay if I connect with you? You can enter that. You can enter in some details about them, any kind of physical identifiers, background information, if there's specific assistance needed. And then if you would like an update, so if you would like for us to kind of reach back out and say, hey, we were able to connect, there wouldn't be a lot of information we could share, but we could share that street outreach staff were able to go out and connect with the person. All of that is there. And then there's a box to basically share any other information that you would like to share. And then there's that click box for us to follow back up with you. So it's really brief, really short, but there again, it's just a communication tool to help make sure that folks in the community have a clear avenue to connect people to services. So we're really excited about it. We're excited to see how it gets used in the community and how it helps, further street outreach efforts. And I'm sure we'll have some feedback and some ideas for improvement as we go, and that's something we look forward to as well. So the next phase of this, again, after this email, we'll put the link here in the chat here in a moment, but we'll send this information out to the general membership. Encourage you to download it if it's something that would be helpful to you. And then we're also going to start publicizing it, working with different folks who likely could benefit from using the app and could help us by being a more involved partner in the system. So that's the quick update on the Heartland Connect app. Anything, Jamie, that I missed on it? Any questions from anybody about it?
All right, thank you, Josh. Appreciate it. I downloaded that app and I was amazed at it. So thank you so much for all your efforts, for you and your team's efforts in getting that completed.
Hey,
So
Val,
one of the
looks like
things.
Ashley has her hand up.
Oh, sorry, Ashley. Thanks, Tracy.
Yeah, thank you. Good morning. By chance, are you guys like going out within the community to like educate different nonprofits on like how to update and educate on how to let other nonprofits how they can utilize this app?
Yeah, we have a street outreach task group. Efforts like that or efforts like this right here are a way to do that. Our general membership email has many folks engaged. So the folks that are regularly working with people that are experiencing homelessness are within our contact sphere. So as we send this out to everybody, that's certainly a part of it. The people that are on our street outreach task group have, they've already been trained and made aware of it. But we'll certainly, part of the next effort is getting it out there to anybody that could help be a part of sharing the information. So, absolutely.
Okay,
Renetta
awesome.
has been walking around downtown and, talking to different business owners and folks too. And so that one-on-one engagement will be a part of the next steps as well.
Okay, yeah, we would love to be able to, if possible, bring you guys in to speak to our Birth to 5 Illinois council members. We've got 40 individuals I think would be great to be able to educate on how to utilize this app, and then they themselves then can take it back to their organizations and then educate them on how to utilize the app, and then it keeps trickling down. Yeah.
Perhaps, yeah, happy to do that. It probably is important to note that it'll be focused on Sangamon County. Will really be the focus of our outreach efforts and all of those types of things.
Awesome.
But we would love to connect with you on that, Ashley.
Perfect. Thank you.
Marcia, I see your hand as well.
Yeah, will you present this at the seat meeting?
Sure.
Okay, great. I just wanted, because I was looking at the agenda, I'm like, this would be awesome to show today. So if you don't mind, that would be awesome, Josh.
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you.
Tracy, did I see you raising your hand? Okay, you were just raising your hand, right?
I was clapping. I had
Oh,
the hand.
okay. Okay. All right. Anyone else? All right. So one of the challenges that we're noticing is we don't have a good handle on the unhoused youth in the community. So there's some efforts being put for that. So Josh, are you going to talk about that? Or
Yes,
Katina, I didn't know who was going to talk about that one.
yeah, we can get it started. A quick context would be roughly about 18 months ago, we started a youth homelessness task group. And that group has had youth service bureaus, Solid Rock, District 186, Regional Office of Education, Lincoln Land UIS have been a part of it. So several different organizations have here. And the whole goal has been to say, how do we get a better understanding of the needs of youth in our community, especially as it pertains to housing stability? And then how do we start to strategize around how to increase the service availability? So one of the areas of focus as that group has been meeting is doing what's called a youth count. This in a sense, we do an annual point in time count, and that at some level captures youth who meet HUD's definition of homelessness. But the Department of Education uses a broader definition of homelessness, and that's not incorporated in the point in time count. And so really what we would love to do as a community is to have a better understanding of the full picture of youth homelessness. And there's a lot of avenues and ways to figure out how to do that best. But one of the things we are going to be trying starting April 30th is a youth count. So I'll let Marcia and Katina kind of weigh in on it and kind of share with you all, why and how y'all can be a part of it.
Thank you, Josh. I'm really excited to be a part of it and just to be a part of the committee bringing it to life here in Springfield, because the reality of it is, I'm with Solid Rock, by the way, and we work with youth and families that have been impacted by the foster care system and experiencing homelessness. And so for us, it's really important to get the community and as many people involved in it, so that way we can get a real idea of the number of youth experiencing homelessness, housing instability, and so we can have an idea of what resources we actually need to bring to the community. And so us doing this youth count is going to really get us going in that direction, so that over the next couple years we can have a really clear picture. And obviously the youth count will get better as we do it, but taking a stab at it this year in connection with the school district and other community partners is going to make a huge difference, so that way we can have a clear picture as a community. Okay, these are the resources that we actually need to bring to the community. This is the number of youth experiencing homelessness or housing stability. How do we work with families to kind of prevent some of this? So us getting it started this season is really exciting. I think it's going to make a huge difference in terms of bolstering our resources for youth here in Springfield.
Thank you, Marcia. Katina, is there anything you'd like to add?
In that, so the count, we're going to have a couple of actual events that youth can come to get counted. And Josh will be getting all those, the information out on that. But then also we really are going to need some community partners who are willing to help us get the count out. We will also have a digital version. So it's just going to be about spreading awareness through social media and through agencies. And we are trying to capture youth 14 to 24. And the questions are really about their housing experiences, trying to, really count the kids that are housing or experiencing housing instability. And then, as Marcia said, it's just really to make sure that we can understand the support that we need and how, the extent of the problem here in our area. But it's really going to take everyone to kind of help us get the survey out, so that as many young people as we can connect with can take it. And then also maybe helping us advertise those events in person if they want to come in person. The in-person events will have resources for them. and that can include like a health ban, and then where they can get some medical care, and then also things like we'll have food and prizes, and then diapers, wipes, hygiene, some of the things that they might need. So hopefully we can get that information out pretty soon.
Thank you.
Here in the chat, I'm going to put a link to a short Google form. And basically, if you're listening to this and you're saying, hey, I think we can help get that survey out. I know families or youth that kind of fit in that description. We'd love for you to just fill it out. And that way, we're going to blast all this information, as Katina said, out to the general membership. So that email, social media, those types of things will be a key place to look. But for those who would like to be partners in helping distribute the survey and help youth fill it out, we want to make sure that we'll hold a special meeting, and we'll do some of those things to make sure that you all know and have an opportunity to ask any questions as the date gets closer. So we've had more hands go up today than Ashley. You got the party started. This is good. This is good. Folks are here. This is wonderful.
Okay, Tracy.
Will the survey be available in Spanish or other languages, or?
Yeah, that's a great question. We, at this point, that is not something we've had worked out, but I definitely think it's something that we have enough time to work on before the 30th. So I appreciate you bringing that forward.
Yeah, absolutely. Austin?
Quick question, just to clarify, you mentioned a Google Doc for it. Will this survey be available digitally or online, like through SurveyMonkey?
Yeah, the survey it'll be almost exclusively, the primary mode we anticipate youth will fill it out will be digitally. So Katina mentioned some of those events. So those events might have some opportunities for paper copies, but overwhelmingly, we'll distribute the survey through QR code. We're going to use Google Forms for the actual build out of the survey itself. So.
And hopefully, Josh, you've noticed in the chat, we've got several people offering assistance with translation and distribution of materials. So we appreciate that.
Awesome, Gaia. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And a good Spanish native speaker.
Me too. Me too.
Any other questions, comments?
I will just say thank you to Josh, Katina, for getting everybody at Heartland housed, honestly, for getting the youth count going this season. It's really needed. And so to see all the support for it just on this call and in the preparation up to date has been awesome. So thank you, Josh and your team, and Katina for getting this going.
Yeah, it's been a fun team effort. I think there's so much, our community has a lot to learn in this space, and I think, and there's obviously a lot of need. So I think it's been really fun to partner with organizations, and it's created some opportunities to partner, and in some cases for the first time on some projects. So it's definitely an area where as we get off the ground with this, there's a lot of space for growth and new initiatives, and so I'm excited about it.
All right, thank you, everyone. We'll move on to Heartland House Lived Experience Advisory Board. Jamie, I assume this is you?
Yes. Yeah, so I think actually by the end of this month, the Heartland House Lived Experience Advisory Board will officially be a year old. So since we've started, we've met twice a month via Zoom or in person. And the group is excited to continue doing the work that they're doing. So recently they hosted a focus group, and they plan to host about 4 focus groups a year. And while they're not hosting a focus group, they also then will host a peer support group. So really trying to engage the community and engage them at a level where it's kind of just like, let's sit down at the table, have some snacks, and talk about what's going on, what you still need, and how can we, talk it out. But the last focus group, we asked a couple questions One was around the winter season, just curious on individuals that were experiencing homelessness, what their biggest barrier during that winter season was. They raised a concern about transportation, just saying that you can kind of get a bus token here if you stay somewhere, or it's kind of always a barrier, transportation is. However, if you know who to ask for, if you do ask staff, you can receive those options. So that was interesting to learn. Another question that was asked to the group, and let me take a step back. So the focus group had about 12 folks who were currently experiencing homelessness. And we had 3 of our lived experience advisory board members there facilitating the conversation. So they were asking these questions, and then they were doing follow-up, and then they were engaging in those answers. And so that was kind of the format of it. I was just there to witness it, and it was super cool. So the second question that they asked, though, was about common barrier when working with case management staff and supportive services. And the main issue that was raised was there's just simply not enough providers for the level and for the amount of clients accessing a resource, whether it be in shelter or any day services. They just noted that they understand that there's maybe 1 or 2 case managers for however many folks, and they understood that it can be overwhelming for that case manager. So that was one thing they brought up. And then also another barrier was that they felt that sometimes there's inconsistent sharing of rules from each different staff person, or you know, maybe even a shift, whatever that looks like. So sometimes they felt a bit confused just at the resource that they were accessing. And then lastly, we talked about coordinated entry. There was a bit of a misconception around what it was. And so that prompted me to think, like, okay, how can we ensure that there's consistent language across the board? One, that the agencies are sharing out, and that also that, you know, makes sense for folks that are accessing that system. So that was kind of just a brief overview of what was found from about of the 12 participants. I don't know, I think we might have a couple of our board members on today, but from what I gathered, they really enjoyed the experience and the opportunity to ask their peers, and they're excited to continue doing these efforts. We're hopeful to be more involved in just community events. So whatever that looks like, they'd like to participate and kind of share why to join the board, what the board is working on. And they have big goals for this coming year. So I'm just, like I said, excited to be a part of it and watch it all unfold. So that was just a brief report. As always, we are accepting members. There's a whole section on our website under the What We Do tab at the very bottom. There's a lived experience collaboration section. On it has a couple of just informational pieces and then the application to apply. If there's any questions, feel free to reach out to me at any point. Yeah, it's kind of my spiel. Anybody have questions or anything to add? Cool. Thank you.
All right, are you up next too with the 100-day challenge on veteran
I am.
homelessness?
I am. Just briefly, so we are, I think, day 38 or 39 maybe of the 100 days with our veteran challenge. So last year, oh my gosh, last year, yeah. We participated in a 100-day challenge with Reinstitute on unsheltered homelessness. This year we are doing the same thing, but with the focus of veterans. So our goal over the next 100 days is to house 20 veterans and also make sure that all veterans within Sangamon County are being accounted for and in terms of on our by names list. So again, going back to kind of street outreach efforts and streamlining processes at shelter or day services, we want to make sure that we know everyone who's unsheltered by name. And so we're kind of duplicating those practices, but in the veteran space. But also around that, we've really pulled in our veteran partners. And we've kind of realized, like, in terms of system, we're kind of the same, but very different. And so kind of breaking down some of those maybe barriers or things that we've noticed has been really important. But overall, we're really just trying to make sure moving forward, the process is streamlined. So if a veteran enters in our system, how and how quickly are we able to get them connected to veteran services they're eligible for, but also if they're eligible for any other additional resources or services. We just want to make sure that there's no confusion around where a person can go. That's really the biggest update we have. We are participating in a midpoint review, and so at day 50, we'll kind of share out what we've been working on and how many folks will be housed. I think by next week, so right now we have housed 6 veterans in 35 days, but by next Monday, I believe it will be up to 8. So we're working towards that 20 goal, and we're just excited. Like I said, it's been cool to bring in our veteran partners and to kind of just learn more about what each other does. So those are our current efforts. Any questions on the 100-day veteran challenge? Cool, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Jamie. That's incredible that you've already done so much. So thank you so much for your efforts on that. All right, next up is our agency or community updates. Any of our agencies have any updates they'd like to share with the group?
I'm sorry, I'm Sharon. I have a update. Um, it looks like things, I don't know if everyone knows, but we are moving forward with a Hope Springs Part 2. And we did just get the okay from the mayor and alderman on that city council meeting. So we're all excited about that, and we're still moving forward. The new community mental health center, 1306 South 6th Street. We got the signs up. They're covered up yet because, of course, we're still in the process of everything there. But so far, everything is moving forward and looking good.
Well, we're excited for that too, Sharon. That's fantastic.
I can do a quick update with Birth to 5 Illinois, if that's okay.
Yes,
We love it.
please.
Awesome, thanks. So we are still moving forward with our 2 action plans that we have for early education and care and mental and behavioral health. So I think our biggest asset we're looking for is we're still working on our workforce development for early education and care. So if we have anyone that's kind of in the room today that really focuses on like youth development and is looking to like grow their partnerships, we're really looking for that opportunity. So we work really closely with like Capital Area Career Center and also Lincoln Land Community College. So we would really love the opportunity to like have deeper conversations with you guys on how we can like bring those institutions like into your programs and just have the conversations on what it looks like what grants are available, what kind of scholarships are also available, and what it looks like just to kind of get like junior high and high school students really excited about entering the workforce. And then also, if you are in the mental and behavioral health field, what that partnership can look like, because we're really just trying to saturate our school districts, our early learning programs with all the different like education sessions, all the different trainings and curriculums that are available. So maybe if you have those, or if you're also looking for those opportunities, we're like building all of that up and getting like one-sheeters available. So also looking to have those conversations too with the community. So yeah. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Ashley.
Actually, Claire in the chat put her information there for you too. So thanks for sharing.
Is it okay if I go next?
Sure, absolutely.
Hi, I'm Felicia with Housing Action, and kind of getting an update on some legislative bills that we're working on. Mostly the HB 1429 bill. I guess just for a quick background, that is the bill that is addressing the Graham Pass versus Johnson Supreme Court decision in June. We have a bill in the House that basically addresses that stops that is stopping fines and arrests for folks who are unsheltered in the House in the General Assembly. We are still fighting that. We're still fighting to pass that bill. We have a few oppositions from law enforcement, PAC districts, and also the Illinois Department of Transportation. And our team and TCH is working on some negotiations. But we're still kind of gearing up people to do in-district meetings, and also we'll be in Springfield April 30th for a lobby day. If folks are interested in kind of doing a lobby day with us and talking to some legislators in Springfield, feel free to kind of reach out to me. I'll put my contact information in the chat. We want to get the bill hopefully passed either this General Assembly or in veto section. So let me know if you're interested in kind of talking to legislation about why you support this bill. Thank you.
All right, thank you. And we'll look forward to some updates on that. So, Galia?
Hi, everybody. This is probably geeky for the healthcare people, but Memorial Health has approved for us to change electronic health records, and SIU will be changing with us towards Epic, and this is gonna be, in my own perspective, very impactful for our whole community, as 3 of the major healthcare providers will all be on the same electronic health record. And yeah, St. John's is already on there, and I think it's really, really gonna help just coordinate care for all of our community members. And I know that Epic has a bunch of great features for addressing social drivers of health, so we're really excited. We're still looking at 2027 for full launching and use, but we just received an update yesterday that October of this year is the official launch. We're hiring up to 95 positions just for this whole switch, so bear with us, but we're really looking forward to this.
Thank you. Eileen?
Hi, thanks for having me. Eileen McNamee at SHPA. And I just wanted to say, backing up Feluke, there's been a lot of work with that, with the 1429. So that is a really important bill for everybody to get behind to stop the criminalization of homelessness. Also, I just want to remind everybody, we are having a SOAR convening in May. And it really is not for actual SOAR certified, but more for management so that we can get more people SOAR certified. So if you are SOAR certified, it's probably going to be a little bit boring. It'll be like, you know everything. What we're trying to do is just get more people SOAR certified. So if anybody wants to get a little bit more involved, if anybody would like to join, I know that we've already spoken. And I would just like to see whoever else we can get signed up for our May convening.
Thank you. Marcia?
Thank you. I had 2 things I wanted to share. The first being we are having a day life skills and tutoring program that will start at Solid Rock, and I will put the details in the chat. And that starts in May, but we are signing people up now. So for those of you that don't know, we work with 18 through 26-year-olds. And so if you know anybody that is in that population that could use some life skills training, some workforce development, and some tutoring, we will have a program launching. It starts in May on the 17th, I want to say, for sure. But then we also have 10 spots available for 17 and 18-year-olds for the summer. So if you had someone that needed to receive these skills during the summer that is 17, 18, they are welcome to join as well. We would just need, I'm sorry, not 18, 17. We would just need parental consent. So I will send that information in the group chat, and that will be at our office, 620 North Walnut. And then the second thing is on May 17th, we are hosting our annual Bright Futures Brunch. And I will send an invitation for that as well. And it's a fundraiser that we do every year. And we have an auction, and I'm pretty sure we're auctioning off the Xbox this year. So if you need a Christmas gift, here's the time to get it. And so, yeah, I will put the invitation in the chat as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Leanna?
Hi, thank you. I'm Leanna Demler. I'm with Memorial Behavioral Health. I supervise the PATH program, who serves our homeless clients that are struggling with serious mental illness. I just wanted to let everybody know that we don't have a wait list at this time, and we have openings now. So if you have any referrals, please send them our way. Again, they just have to be struggling with homelessness and be in Sangamon County and have a serious mental illness. And then I also supervise our adult case management program, which just serves clients who are struggling with mental illness. Usually those clients are mostly housed, but we have been hiring, and so I anticipate that we will also have openings very soon once I'm able to get my staff up and trained.
Well, that's phenomenal news, Leanna. Thank you so much for sharing that.
You're welcome.
All right.
How do we get signed up for that, Leanna?
Yeah, I was going to say, be careful what you ask for.
I'll drop the details in the chat.
Okay, thank you. Hi, Jared. How are you?
I'm doing well. So it may be a little loud on my end. I'm sitting in the middle of construction right now. And by sitting in the middle, I mean actually in the middle of construction. So you may hear some banging or some noises in the background. Couple things. We have life skills restarting back up next Wednesday with the new round. So we've had really good participation. If anybody has anyone that they want to send over, those classes are Wednesdays at 12:30. We have snacks or lunch with each of those classes each week, but I'll be sending out the new message, or Deanna will be sending out the new schedule, or Deanna will be sending out the new schedule here in the next couple days. That has the next quarter's life skills on it. We do have one employee who is just started for training for SOAR. So we will be adding SOAR into our mix of things here. That way we're able to get more people connected to Social Security disability. And then we also expanded starting this week. We have daily recovery meetings at the mission now instead of just 3 days a week. So those meetings are every day at 9 a.m. Here at the mission. So that's what's going on.
Well, thank you so much. And all I heard was one hammer, so you're good. Lauren.
Hi, everyone. My name's Lauren. I am with Memorial Behavioral Health as well. I'm a supervisor with our crisis system of care. I wanted to give an update or information, start spreading the word about a piece of legislation that the state has been working on and Memorial Behavioral Health has been involved with, called HCoC. It was signed into law in 2021, and the state has been working with different groups to figure out how to implement this law. Basically, it requires that 911 PSAP agencies are transferring appropriate mental health calls to the appropriate mental health response. So basically, right now they have a kind of system of levels of severity of those calls, mental health calls. Right now we're at the lowest severity. So those are being transferred to 988, so 911 to 988 to get hopefully resolved over the phone through the Lifeline. And if they cannot be resolved over the phone, then they are then transferred to the mobile crisis team in that area for wherever that person is located. So we are at the pilot stage at this point throughout the state, but Memorial is involved in a pilot right now with Sangamon County. So Sangamon County, our PSAP agency, is in the process of transferring any of those calls that come through that are appropriate for that process. There probably won't be a whole lot of kind of visible change until we kind of get to the later stages. But that is something that is in process, and we kind of are just wanting people to be aware. If you hear about HCoC or have questions about it, to please let us know if we can help in any way or answer any questions.
All right, thank you, Lauren. Aaron, what's up?
I just have a couple updates for SIU as a whole. Recently we've combined all of our community health that is now under one umbrella at SIU. Won't matter too much to the public general information, but it helps us to just coordinate some care better for all of our patients. And I wanted to let you know that we have community health workers that are currently designed to be external, working with patients who do not have PCPs, who are having struggles accessing care. We have contracts with both the hospitals, so we're working within both of those hospitals as well. These CHWs are looking for some patients. So if you have people who are struggling to access care, I am going to put the referral form into the chat, and you can submit that. And then I'll add an email that you can email it to. And we will start working with them and see what we can do to help them access care better. We also have a few people that are going through the SOAR training. We're doing that all over the state. So we have people from Carbondale, Quincy, over to Decatur. Everyone's going to at least have one person in every site who is SOAR trained, something we run into pretty consistently. And I think that's all of the updates. We have a few people on here. Did I miss anything, Annette and Dawn? Nope. Okay, great. Thanks.
All right, thank you. Wow, Josh, Jamie, a lot of absolutely phenomenal information this morning. So I can imagine, I'm sure you're capturing, I'm watching Jamie going quickly. So hopefully we'll get everything compiled and sent out to the membership. Thank you so much, everyone who participated in providing an update today. It's been phenomenal. So anything, Josh, to follow up on all of that?
You said it, we will work on pulling together all these links and the video and blasting it out there. But this is, I'm excited. This is the point of these meetings, right? More so we try to not suck up too much of the air so that you all do have some space to share some of the great things y'all have going. So it was really exciting to get those updates from you all today.
Yeah. Yes. Amazing. Thank you so much. All right. Any announcements, or should we? We had a lot of announcements. That's fantastic. Any public comments?
Hey, Eileen, saw your hand go up. Please.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm going to put my email in the chat. So if anybody wants to reach out to me regarding SOAR, I would love to hear from you. The more we can get SOAR certified across the state would be fantastic. So thank you so much.
Yeah, in case Eileen is pretty new to SHPA, so thank you for joining. It's great to have you. Great to have you here, and great to have you at SHPA. That acronym, Supportive Housing Providers Association. So this is a key organization that's supporting those that provide supportive housing across the state, but also the SOAR lead. And so if you have questions about SOAR or want some training, there's all kinds of great stuff that SHPA is doing around that. So please do get connected with Eileen if SOAR is any part of your organization's thinking or planning around how to serve folks. Go ahead, Austin.
Just wanted to re-round on that survey. So we wrapped up our community needs assessment about a little over a month ago. We published it on our website, and any of our data is all of your data. Whether it's Heartland, whether it's like any organization on here, a lot of it did reflect huge gaps in the community, especially with youth. But then also just unhoused individuals, and we've got focus groups in there, survey data. So what's ours is yours. We're all in this this together. So that's all I got. Thank you.
Oh, that's plenty. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thanks for putting the link in, Whitney. Appreciate y'all.
Anyone else? Josh, Jamie, any final comments? Or is there somebody I haven't heard from that'd like to pop in here at the last minute?
today marks 2 years of having Jamie on the team. So
Yay!
throw that out there. So
Wow, time flies. Wow.
Great
that's what she
job,
was thinking
Jamie.
too. Yeah,
Thank you.
She's
Yeah.
been a great addition.
Yeah.
without a
Well,
doubt.
I was sitting here while everybody was reporting and I'm thinking, boy, we have come a long way, baby, in the last several years. And loving seeing so many faces on this call. And I appreciate your time because I know all of you are very, very busy. So thank you for taking the time. Thank you for sharing and working towards a common vision. It's very much appreciated. So if there are no other comments or questions, we'll just check, or our next meeting will be June 26th at 9 a.m. All of you have a happy Easter and however you may celebrate, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time. Then I'll call the meeting will be adjourned at 9:48.
Thanks, Val.
See you all
Thanks,
soon.
everyone.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
everybody.
Thank you very much. Have a good day, everyone.
Uh-huh.
Thank you.